Welcome back to BR Wars. We are once again with Coach Raf. Today we are talking about kids. Coach Steve for kids.
Hello guys, how are you? How are you doing?
So Raf, you've been with BR now for just less than 1 year, and you are the head coach of the Kids Academy in Abu Dhabi for BR and Aldar. And effectively, you started this activity like full throttle with lots of new guys that they are approaching their journey in triathlon. Did you find that they were beginners in all the disciplines, or there were also some guys that they were already up to speed in triathlon?
Yeah, so most of them they were like beginner, totally beginner, but they were like in terms of sport activities, they were pretty into that. Okay, and we're talking about two groups, like there's kids from 8 to 12 and 12 and above. So most of them they were beginner, but they are, to be honest, really committed into the sport niche. Yeah, they were like pretty beginner, but as you know, when you are a kid with the right consistency, we saw and we are seeing, to be honest, right now, even now that we are in a full season swing, a lot of improvements. And also we had 2-3 guys that were coming before from triathlon that were playing triathlon. I'm seeing a lot of improvements because you know, when you are a kid and you are putting the work on with the right consistency every day, margins are really high.
I can imagine it's really satisfying to see this steep learning curve when you have athletes like this. You know, obviously, you have been working with age groupers, you have been working with elite. What is the difference in attitude between kids and the grown-ups?
I don't know how, but because I think, as I said, they were pretty into the sport niche, so they are playing also other sports like rugby, football, and you know, when you are a kid, and of course you have your family that is supporting you and is giving you also the discipline and the behavior, the right behavior. They're showing up every day with really the motivation and the commitment to learn every day, even if they are tired because the school, because the homeworks, because you know everything, because I mean they are kids, you know, so they are really committed every day in every session. They are putting the work on. They're without savings. They are pushing themselves, and also I'd say a really cool thing is the curiosity of teaching them and let them understand what is sport, even like more technical features like energy systems, anatomy, and physiology. So this is really driven. It's really a big drive for me as a coach. So I'm not saying that in age groupers and elite you know cannot find it, but you know, like when you are let's say hold, you have your workout, you're putting yourself into the workout, you're trying to get it done, and that's it. Okay, receiving feedback and communication is fine, but you know, it's kind of different, you know, the power, you know, the force that they have at that age.
Sure. I understand what you're saying. I think also the kids at this that they're approaching triathlon so young, this is a new generation of triathletes effectively, because until probably 15, 10 years ago, it wasn't happening. You were coming from one discipline or the other, you were approaching triathlon a little bit grown up, unless you were inside some of those organizations, Olympic organizations, where they were building athletes for the Olympic Games, obviously with triathlon. But nowadays, especially, I think, especially in the UAE, we see this one because we have the academy in Abu Dhabi, we have the academy in Dubai. So there is a lot of noise around having new generations. And as you said, you know, curiosity from their side, the will to be disciplined and doing sports is is a great way to create your own legacy in the future, you know, because these kids are gonna have kids, you know, they're gonna grow up, they're gonna become adults and stuff like this. Obviously, adults sometimes they have life in between training, so
Yeah.
for them, yeah. How do the families live this journey into triathlon? Because how many times do they train during the week?
So actually, we are training 5 days a week with 2 days off. And to be honest, I'm really lucky because the parents of my kids are really, really committed for what they are doing, and they are pushing themselves in a good way on getting better, okay, and moving forward and stepping forward. So in this term, I'd say whenever you have kids with the right family behind, is really the win-win for both, for the coach and for the athletes. Because I mean, as I said, all the families, if the family is into the sport, whatever you might play, you're gonna do well because you will be committed in every niche. I'd say I'm really lucky about that because they are really, really nice parents and really nice families, and they are really supporting me. And at the same time, I'm supporting them, trying to find the right path of the training because, as you know, I mean, families with kids and schools and jobs is not that easy, you know, finding the timing and days. If you, I'm in a really, really, really nice situation, to be honest. Yeah.
Now they are approaching the racing season, right? So you're gonna see the results of the work done in the last 6 months. During the training, have you been able to notice that you know, adults are not able to pace? Okay, when you need to go slow, they go faster. When they need to go faster, they go slow. You know, there's always this discussion. No, no, but they wanted no. How are the kids doing in this area of managing the pacing themselves?
All right. Let me be honest. It's not easy for sure because we had a couple of races before the season started, and but as coach, I'm always mentioning what we are doing in training. So in training, we are trying and we are pacing, we are finding the right pace, and we are testing also. I'd say that in every competition, they know and they are pretty confident on what is gonna be. But as you know, race is a race. You never know what's gonna happen. And you know, when the testosterone is pumping up inside the races, even at that age, is not easy. So I'm trying to let them understand as much as I could, as much as I can, how to pace themselves. But as you know, race is just about being competitive and trying to be competitive as much as you can. It's not super easy, but yeah, with the right path of training, they understand. They understand 100%.
Well, that's great to hear from you because you know definitely you are an expert, and that's a service that you can provide to these kids so that you know they're gonna be better humans in the future. You know, it's being a coach for kids is not only about the sport; it's also about you know life and so on. Any kids that you are looking at they're gonna be the next Frodino Bloomfield?
Look, to be honest, they are growing really, really fast, all of them. And even the younger, they're really good. I mean, last weekend, I mean, not last weekend, yesterday, I had a guy 10 years old. He did a 10K run and he was running 5:20, 5 minutes 20 flat pace and at 11 years old. So meaning that he has a lot of potential. And on the older group, I have two guys. They're really good, Dexter and Matthew, and they are really committed and focused on doing well. And they have really, really great potential. Really, really great potential, both of them. Yes.
So, Raf, let's recap. Guide them, cultivate their growing culture, cultivate the discipline culture, cultivate, creating a legacy with fitness and with health. This is what you're doing. Thanks also to the support of the family. They will be pleased to look at to have a look at this episode of Beer Wars. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening, and to the next one.
Thank you, Tommy. See you next one.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.